Hi, I'm Jenna, and this is episode 75. I don't know how it is where you live, but oh my good lord, it's so hot. We hit 90 the last 2 days. We're supposed to hit 91 today. And, okay, for Ohio, that's hot. It's really hot. We're actually under a heat advisory, so they recommend you not be outside and stay hydrated and be in the air conditioning, not have your pets out, blah, blah, blah. So I am so hot. But hopefully all of you are staying cool where you are. I know some places out west and south, 90s, nothing, but we feel like we're melting. Knit-alongs, we'll get that out of the way. So we have a couple more weeks left for our moon dance knit-along. Lovely moon dance. I love it so much. And it is a pattern by me. Since every other month we do a pattern by me, and I thought, well, we'll take a break from the toys. And since we are also doing our lace technique knit along, I love it so much. I love the color. The color is not something I would necessarily wear clothing wise, but I like to wear dark or neutral colors and then wear bright pops. So, mine is knit out of Dancing Dog Dye Works. Twist sock, or just twist, Twist Luxe. The sock is called Twist Sock, but I think this is just Twist Luxe. So it is merino, cashmere, and nylon in the deep beach glass colorway. We have 2 prizes for that knit-along. One is from the wonderful Dancing Dog Dye Works. This is, it is Twist Sock Luxe. Okay, my bad. That is a big skein. It was 600 yards. This one's 400, and it's in the Love My Nomies colorway. So it would make wonderful, squishably soft socks. So huge thank you to Dancing Dog Dye Works. And you get a button and some candy. And then Michelle Dancing Dog Dye Works also sent a Della Q project bag that says Random Project. And a beautiful royal purple. So a huge thank you, because sponsors always make the knit-alongs awesome. Then we have, as I said, the Lace Technique knit-along. It goes through July and all of August. So if you happen to not get your moon dance done in July, you still can enter it into the Technique Lace knit-along. And if you get it done in July, fingers crossed, hope y'all do. You can double dip, put it in both. So this past week has been insanely busy. This summer has been crazy busy in general. Unless if somebody wants to sponsor the knit-along and donate a prize, I will have to go stash diving or something. And I have not had time to do that. And I'm so behind getting things loaded on Ravelry into my stash. But we do have one prize that will be up for grabs. Kate, I don't think she does it. She'll by Kate or Katie. Katie, no, Kate. Kate, yes. Kate of Caterpillar Designs. She has an Etsy shop. Was super awesome and generously donated a set of stitch markers. These are the ones she sent me. I haven't taken them off the card yet because I wanted to show them off to you again. The ones she sent me are cute little lemons, limes, oranges. Looks like this one could be a grapefruit. Super cute, super awesome, well made. And she's going to give the winner of the stitch markers their choice. So you'll go to her Etsy shop and pick a set out. So we're doing that for the Lace Technique. So like I said, I have to round up another prize. I like to do at least 2. And I'll let you know. But you still got plenty of time. I got plenty of time. We got like 6 more weeks. So that's it for the knit-alongs. If you have any specific questions, please feel free to PM me about them on Ravelry. I have talked more about the specifics in past episodes, and there's always the thread. There are chatter threads you can ask on there. I do have a finished object. I finished my socks. They look so huge. I have big feet. My big old size 9.5. So, I did write up the pattern for this. It works great with a heel and toe kit, because I seem to be acquiring a lot of those, which I really love. I love it when I can get, because I love self-striping socks. But when I have a variegated, I kind of like to switch it up a little. So I love the colorful heels and toes, and then I did a little at the cuff. So I wrote that all down, and I also want to do, it's going to be free, so I also want to do another version of once you get through the heel, what happens if you don't want to use a separate colored yarn, if you just want to knit an all variegated or all striped sock, or solid. I guess people do. I'm like, I don't think I have ever knit a solid pair of socks, but I guess people do. So, like I said, my pattern, it needs a name. I have not, the name for the pattern has not, like, occurred to me. It's just a plain vanilla sock pattern, but I don't want to call them, like, vanilla socks, because there are a ton of patterns called vanilla socks. So I figure I need something a little more original than just vanilla socks, right? But they are just simple vanilla socks. I love them. They're so squishy. This is Dancing Dog Dye Works in the twist sock base, not the twist sock luxe, just the regular, and it is in the Jenna colorway, because I got to pick the colorway. Kind of helped design the colors. Michelle took my idea and totally rocked it and made it even more awesome than I imagined. And then the extra is lime, because I love lime green. I love most shades of green. Not all, most. Only FO this week. I have lots of works in progress, good golly. So, because you know, you cast off one pair of socks and you just get this wild hair to go and cast on another, which I did. So these I'm kind of test knitting how to rewrite from the heel down on those, and I'm making these for a friend. And I talked to her on the phone, and I kind of told her the colorways I had. She's more of a neutral or, you know, earthy toned person in the sense of her clothing. So I'm kind of bummed with how this yarn's working out. It is Deborah Norville collection Serenity sock yarn in the Picasso marble colorway. And I've knit socks out of this before. I bought like 4 skeins of it because it was on sale and I really like the colors. And the first pair was for somebody with a bigger foot, and it worked out really nice. The variegated, you know, worked up a lot like this variegated. But my friend that I'm making these for has a small foot, big old whopping size 6. I'm like, I don't know that I've had to make socks that small. Anyway, so I'm getting big flashes. I'm just like, oh, man. But all the self-striping sock yarn I had are like really bright colors, because that's what I like. And I don't normally, when I buy sock yarn to stash it, I don't buy it with the intention of making it for somebody else. So, we'll have to see. I don't know that I like the flashing. I don't know if she'll like them or not. I might have to like text her a picture. So, like I said, that was, you know, testing out again my pattern. Deborah Norville sock yarn. Well, it's Premier Yarns. You buy it at Joann's. Anyway, see if I can get it close. Hopefully it'll focus. So, but it's soft. I do have to say, it's really nice soft sock yarn. And then I made a little more progress on my moon dance, because I thought, well, I'm doing a knit along, should participate in my own knit along, right? So I am through chart D. And I didn't make more progress on this because of something else I cast on. I had kind of like some cast-on-itis this week. think it's because I finally finished up a pattern that I was commissioned to do for the Dancing Dog Dye Works Monster Mania Club. It had given me some fits, but the yarn is amazing. I can't wait for all the club members to get it. I hope they like it, because it's so me. There we go. So, really enjoying working with this. This is the Grinning Gargoyle, and I wish I knew how to pronounce the type of sock yarn. I probably butcher it every time, because I'm good for that. And like I said, I don't know if it's Seda or Seda or Seda. I don't know. It's S-E-D-A. I'm surprised somebody hasn't like gone in the thread and corrected me yet. I always find it somewhat amusing when people do that, because they're very matter of fact about it. It's funny to me, because I wouldn't do that. I don't know why. But yeah, in the same sense, I appreciate knowing the proper pronunciation. But, so yeah, through chart D, following the pattern, using size 6s, like I designed with. I love the color. The color is called Signature Red, I should say that. And the yarn is a fingering weight, and it is 50% merino and 50% silk. So it's super soft. I could just like rub it. So it's for my mom for her birthday. So it will be done in time, even if I have to pull like a couple days of nothing but knitting on it. But I hope to have it done way in time. But I kind of have gotten distracted, because I have been waiting to cast this on, because I decided I am not casting this on until I'm done with my obligation knitting. Like, it was like my reward. So I cast on the Windswept. It is by Tin Can Knits from the Handmade in the UK book. I think I said last week I thought it was only an ebook, but it's not. There are hard copies of it out there. So, trying to straighten it all out, because I folded it to fit it in there. The bag is absolutely ginormous, and I love it, and it was possibly a little big for this project, but I don't like my projects being smooshed. Okay, so I just divided for the sleeves, and it looks small. I'm like, holy crap, it looks like a baby sweater. But it is scrunched on the needles, and the top, I'm going to have to block the crud out of it, because I feel like the lace panel is just puckering, and then where you increase it kind of puckers, and I've already flubbed it up. I'm like, So right before I divided for the sleeves, it said, I'm totally not giving anything away, it said that you just had to knit a couple rows without the raglan increases for the sleeves. Okay. Sounds easy enough, right? So it said to like knit 2 rows without increases. So I took that as you needed to knit 2 of the right side rows, because you were only increasing on the right side, not the wrong side, as most sweaters, like I said, I'm not giving anything away, as most sweaters state. So I thought I had to knit 2 right side rows without increases. Well, now I'm getting further into the pattern, and once again, you have to go, and it said to just knit with no increases or anything again. And it's an odd number of rows, because on this side I ended with a right side row, and you need to end with a wrong side row. So, sorry, we're ignoring that call for the moment. It's from a kid, and they can call him back later. Anyways, so I'm thinking I did it wrong, which only means I did 2 extra rows, which isn't even 1/4 of an inch. So I'm not real worried about it. I didn't like royally mess it up, but I'm like I said, I interpreted it. It's not the writing style. Granted, she's in the UK and I'm an American. So the writing styles are a little different. It's not worded how I would have worded it if I was writing a pattern or other patterns that I've knit. I mean, it's not overly confusing. When I first read it, I just misinterpreted it, I guess. But, like I said, I only did 2 extra rows. I don't think it's going to make a big deal whatsoever. And like I said, in the back, it looks all puckered. So I am definitely going to block the crap out of this thing to get it to lay nice and flat. Now, I did go down a size. I was kind of on the fence. Because there's the large and there's the extra large. The large size was a 37-inch bust measurement. The extra large was a 42-inch bust measurement. That's a 5-inch difference. That's huge. I mean, you might not really think about it, but 5 inches, that's a lot of difference in the bust. So, in reading the description on the pattern page from the book, it said that it is supposed to fit with 1 to 3 inches of negative ease. Okay? Crap, my bust measures exactly at 42 inches right now. So if I were to knit the 42-inch one, it wouldn't have any negative ease whatsoever. Crap. If I go and, I'm in the whole process of losing weight and everything, so any smaller that I might get is going to give me positive ease. Well, I don't want that if it's supposed to be a form-fitting sweater. So I am doing the 37-inch sweater. I am kind of nervous about that because I'm afraid it's going to be too small. I definitely think it might be a little small when I'm done with it, but hopefully by the time I actually can wear it, it's warm or cold enough to wear it outside. Because it is long sleeves. I'm doing long sleeves. I think I've seen some people shorten the sleeves. Hopefully it'll fit properly. I'm like, you only need to, lose an inch or two, I guess, to be at the 3 inches negative ease. So, let's hope, okay? Let's hope. Because when I did a swatch, I actually swatched for it. My swatch was a little off. I was getting too many rows. Anyways, I thought, well, you're going to block it. You're going to block it. And I have had things when I blocked out way too much. And I don't wash my swatches. And so, you know what? I just threw my hopes into it, going, well, hopefully it'll fit. And if not, it'll fit my daughter. Because she's much smaller than me. It might be big on her, but she'll probably be able to grow into it. But I'm hoping that it will fit or I will shrink into it. I am using Barocco Vintage DK in the Cracked Pepper colorway, and I kind of gotten into the habit of just winding my skeins as I needed them. So, like I said, Barocco Vintage DK. And I ordered it from Jimmy Bean's Wool, because y'all know I love Jimmy Bean's Wool. They call it Cracked Pepper. On the Web's website, it also calls it Cracked Pepper, and they give it a number as well. It might have a, you know what, I think it has a number on Jimmy Bean's Wool. But the color number is 2107. Just in case you're wondering. I'm liking it. I'm not really a gray person, but I like the dark gray. Like I said, it has this lace that it will eventually join in the round. So this lace has holes in it, because that's what makes it lace. And I thought, well, I could wear a bright colored top, because I own like a bazillion Old Navy tank tops. I buy a handful of new ones every year, whether I really need them or not, because they come out with new colors. So I thought, well, I can wear a bright colored tank top under it, and it can kind of poke through and, liven it up a little. But I'm enjoying knitting with it. I'm enjoying the pattern. Today's Wednesday, and I cast this on late Monday night, I think, before I went to bed. Like, I went to bed, I had started the first half of the collar area, and, but it's an easy knit. I'm loving it. I love lace, so I love the lace panel. I cannot wait to join it in the round. I so can't wait. I'm so sick of the pearl back rows. Because I hate purling. I'll admit it. I hate it. But I do it because it's necessary. You want awesome things. There's going to be purling involved, usually. And my giant, this is my extra large sweater bag from Girl Cave Bags that I got at Zombie Knitpocalypse that was specially made because this is my favorite fabric. Love this fabric so much. Susan's awesome like that. She made it. I don't have any yarny goodness this week. I do still have the same Greenwood Fiberworks fiber on my wheel. I have fallen off the Tour de Fleece boat. I've just gotten swamped. There was just obligation knitting, and then I got distracted by the sweater, and oh dear. It just didn't go anywhere with the spinning. I need to get back to it because I was really enjoying it, and it felt really good to get some of the fiber out of the way because I have way more fiber than I'm probably ever going to spin. But the stuff I have, I really like. So, but then my husband and I were out and about, and we were driving around, having a great Saturday, and we ended up at a farmer's market. And lo and behold, there's a lady there selling fiber. So, it's Storybrooke alpacas. It is 100% luxurious alpaca roving. It says there's alpaca and then there's 100% luxurious alpaca. So it says provided by champions Carmelita and Maya. It's not open, so I don't want to open it yet, so it's kind of hard to see. But it is black and brown together. And it is, seriously, if you could feel this, I wish there was like feel-o-vision, right? It is so ridiculously soft. And she had it was really kind of cool because she had them all out. And they're just wound into balls. And it's already like pre-drafted. It's not like just a clump. It's like already pre-drafted fiber. And it's just gorgeous. She had so many different kinds. So she had them all out and you could feel them and see them. And then there's a number, like this one's 112. So she had them out, so you know, the ones out had a card on them saying what they were, same information, and then the number, and then she just opened up her thing and got it out. So I thought that was really cool. So I can't wait to spin it. I need to get what's on the wheel off the wheel so I can get this on. Because I think I want to make my husband a hat or something. I'm going to make something with this and it's not even going to be for me. Because he was a really good sport and let me buy it. Because I'm all like, please. Because we went there, we stopped because I wanted some, you know, fresh produce. And I come home with fiber. So, that's it for the knitting. If you leave me now, I will see you next week. And if you're sticking around, we're moving into the slice of life. So, I know so many people love it when I talk about new things that I try that I love, like food-wise and exercise-wise. And lately, I have been walking like a crazy person. Ooh, I'm sorry. I swear, I get in front of the camera, it's like I finally have time to sit down and like kind of relax a little, and then it's like the yawns kick in. Because the rest of the day, I feel like I'm on the go, and it's crazy. So, I got this stuff. We were at the grocery store, and you know how they have people out sampling stuff? So, they had this out, sampling it, and they served it with, like, they put it in, like, you know, one of those little plastic cups. You got a mini spoon, and then they stuck an apple slice in it. I did not like this with the apple slice at all. I didn't think the flavors went well together. I love it on its own. I think it's best on crackers, not so much as a sandwich. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw me Instagram this. It is Planters Nutrition Energy Mix. It's chocolate cherry. And, okay, I'm not going to say this is like totally healthy, right? It is 180 calories for 2 tablespoons. Yeah. There is 14 grams of fat. Peanut butter is like the healthy fat, right? But it's peanut butter. And normally, I'm a Jif girl. I grew up eating Jif. I love Jif. Jif is my peanut butter of choice. So I've never had any kind of Planters peanut butter. And it says on here, peanut butter with semi-sweet chocolate. They're little tiny mini chocolate chips. Cherries and cranberries. But it tastes like cherry. You don't notice they're cranberries at all. But it's delicious. It is so good. Like, I could just, like, open it up and just be like, it smells so good. So you do, I mean, you definitely do taste the cherry in it, for sure. And the little chocolate chips. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. And so what I do with it, and I only get to eat it on a special occasion because it's best before 5th of September this year. Anyways, because a peanut butter sandwich, I like 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and 2 slices of bread. Which is ridiculously outrageous. It's like 9 points for a peanut butter sandwich. And that's without jelly. So what I do with this is I get out a measuring spoon and I measure out 1 tablespoon. And then I divide that 1 tablespoon onto 5 Ritz crackers. And it can only be 5, not more than that. Because 5 Ritz crackers are 2 Weight Watchers points. So it's a 5-point snack. And it's not super filling, but when you're filling, like, you need to be a little indulgent. And for me, peanut butter is my favorite food. Peanut butter is my splurge. Peanut butter, I would live on it. I would just eat it out of the jar with a spoon if I could. So that, like I said, that's my splurge. Tablespoon of this week and 5 Ritz crackers, and you divide it up. I so would put twice as much peanut butter on those crackers, because a tablespoon is not enough. But I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be so good. But anyways, just to think about this nutritionally, so it is 180 calories per 2 tablespoons, but my Jif peanut butter, regular creamy Jif, is 190 calories for 2 tablespoons. So it's 10 calories less. And then Nutella is 200 calories per 2 tablespoons. So, you know, it is a little on the healthier side. Just a little, but I think it's delicious, and it's new, and it's in the peanut butter aisle. And then I was able, this last week, I was like so back on track. It was so awesome. Like, I was getting my exercising in. I was eating well, even though I have learned I splurge on Fridays. So it's kind of in the middle of my weigh-in week. I weigh in on Tuesdays. So Friday is my splurge day. I have learned. I've just fallen into this pattern. And that is when I will let myself have some sort of super indulgent dessert. Normally throughout the week, if I want a dessert, I eat like a Skinny Cow ice cream bar or those Weight Watchers strawberry or raspberry bars with the chocolate that I showed weeks back. Those are only 2 points. I eat those a lot in some nights when I want something sweet. So I've learned Fridays, sometimes we go out to dinner or get takeout or just make something special, and that's when I splurge on dessert. And I have a piece of pie, usually is what it is, because I love pie. And so that's worked out well. Like, I've splurged on desserts once a week and been good the rest of the week, stayed on my points, stayed everything, and it's worked out well because I lost 2.9 this week. So excited, and I worked it hard, like really hard. I've been doing a minimum of 4 miles in my hour walk, jog, run combo thing. And yesterday I got my best time, or my best distance, with 4.35 miles in an hour. So excited. So, and then, like, I had this big realization, and I wanted to talk to all of you about it because it blew my mind. So, I like to watch Dr. Oz, and lots of times my mom calls me up because she watches it, and she's like, "Did you see on Dr. Oz?" Right? The way moms do. So I was watching I don't know, a week or so ago, maybe. And they were talking about BMI. So it's your body mass index. And, you know, Dr. Oz was saying, you know, really, you know, you need to keep your body mass index at 30 or under. So I've been working really hard to do that, because what I didn't realize until I kind of got on this journey, and it was a real eye-opener for me, and that's why I'm talking about it, is that anything over 30 pounds over your ideal weight range is obese. Like, right now, I am 1.6 pounds away from that 30 BMI mark. So technically, I am obese still. That blows my mind, because I don't feel I look it. And I mean, it's 1.6 pounds. I mean, really. But it's enough to bug me, because I'm at 30.7 on my BMI. Now, because I've tried to be open and honest, and it kind of scared me to think how far I've come. But my BMI when I started this journey at the beginning of this year was 39.2. Now, I probably would never have told you this back 6.5 months ago. But now that I've come so far, it's startling to realize, because I was talking with my husband just the other night, because I weighed in yesterday. Or no, it was the night before my weigh-in. The night before my weigh-in, I was 4.6 pounds away from that 30, that perfect 30, to get there, to only be overweight. I told my husband, I'm like, when I get to that, when I hit that 30, I will never be so happy to be overweight in my life, right? So then we got to talking, and I was like, oh, you know, I've been in the obese category for so long. You know, I just want out of it. I want to break through that. So then he's like, well, what is considered morbidly obese? Like, we got talking, you know, because he's skinny as a rail. He doesn't focus on any of this. And so I looked it up for my height, and it was shocking to me. I didn't realize anything over 40, anything over 40.0, I mean, so seriously, anything 40.1 and up of a BMI is morbidly obese. That blew my mind. So I was only, at the beginning of this journey for my height, I was only 4.5 pounds away from being clinically considered morbidly obese. And I in no way did not think I was that big. And even my husband's like, really? That doesn't seem right. Like, he's like, you were no way that big. Because when we think of morbidly obese, we think of, like, the people we see on The Biggest Loser, right? Like, the really big people. Yeah, anything over a 50 BMI is super morbidly obese. Terrifying, because when I ran the numbers again, because I like numbers, I was 64.5 pounds away from being super morbidly obese. I hope to have never gained that 64.5 pounds at all. But, I mean, when you look at the scale, it's not that big of a difference between the different categories. And it was mind-blowing to me, and it was such a wake-up call running those numbers, thinking I was so close. I was so close to the next level. And then, you know, would it have just kept going from there? So, if you want to go and find out what your BMI is, first off, you need to go and weigh yourself and be honest with what your weight is. Because if you were like me 6.5 months ago, you were in denial. Like, I was in total denial about so much, so many things. And of course, I did not see myself the way probably everybody else saw me. I mean, it's just the truth of it. So there's a website called bmicalculator.org. Now, they don't use the words like morbidly obese. It says severely obese. I had to look up on a different website to see what the official scale was for those categories. But I just highly encourage anybody who's working really hard or thinking about it just to do it. I feel so much better. And like I said, just when you think about all the health risks, that come with moving up that BMI scale. I mean, because there's so many people that have PM'd me who say, I want to start, but I don't know where. And all I can say is just move. Get a move. Go for a walk. And I'm not saying you have to go and, like, jog the whole time. I mean, literally. Put your dog on a leash, go for a walk. Throw your kid in the stroller, go for a walk. Do it for, start with 20 minutes if that's all you can do it. Go for a half hour after a while. And, I mean, when I first started this whole thing, I worked out 20 minutes a day. That's it, 20 minutes. And just do what you can, because there are so many of you, like I said, who have PM'd me, or that I, have gotten to meet in person and have talked to me and told me what an inspiration I've been. But there's so many of you that have inspired me, and there's so many stories that people have shared with me. And just, like I said, be honest with yourself. Check your BMI, because once you get over 30 BMI, you start becoming at risk for diabetes, for heart disease, sleep apnea. I mean, there's so much stuff that's all preventable. And I just care about all of you, and I appreciate that so many of you have expressed that you care about me. And since the beginning of this journey, I've just tried to be honest. I've been honest about struggles, victories, food that I eat. And let me tell you, why did Hostess have to start back up, right? Because I talk about this with my VKN girls. Because I used to sit there and eat Ho-Hos while I VKN'd. Loved Ho-Hos. They didn't have Ho-Hos. It was little cupcakes with the swirls on top. So Hostess went out of business at the end of last year, which was the best thing for me. Because I'm not a Little Debbie snack cake girl. I don't like Little Debbie's as much as I like Hostess, except for the fudge rounds. But even those I can resist compared to a Ho-Ho. Not Swiss cake rolls. It has to be a Ho-Ho. But I think, I've gotten as far as I am now. And we walked past, and for a moment, that kind of, like Homer Simpson sound, like, goes through your head. Like, you want to drool and grab a box. But I refrained. But, it is a struggle. And like I said, I've just tried to be honest, and so many people have PM'd me, thanking me for that honesty. So in return, I try to give you tips or motivate you, or just to get you to be the best you that you can be, because you are worth it. So I'm worth it, you're worth it, everybody out there who is thinking about it, or struggling, or just beginning, or every day is still a struggle for them. Everybody's worth it to be the best they can be, not for anybody but themselves. And that's what it came down to. I finally was, after trying diets and trying routines and stuff, I was finally successful when I decided I was worth it, and I'm doing it for me. Nobody else. Not my husband, not my kids. Those are bonuses to me. I need to be healthy because I want to watch my kids grow up. I want to be a grandparent one day. I want to grow old with my husband. I want to go do fun things with my husband and my kids. And then my kids benefit from that. So, I hear so many people saying, I'm doing it for my husband, my grandkids, my kids, whatever. That doesn't work in the long run, I don't think. Not for me. It had to be all about me, and me being sick and tired of being unhappy and exhausted all the time, and just finally sick of it. It came down to I was sick of it. And I've stayed motivated. I've stayed motivated a lot from encouragement from viewers, and, encouragement from my family, of course. I mean, they have sacrificed a lot for me. We don't eat fast food at all anymore. We might splurge on pizza. Sometimes my husband and I go to my favorite diner, but it's nice because my favorite diner uses fresh stuff. It's all local, and, it's not processed McDonald's type stuff. So, but thank you all for the encouragement, and I hope, like I said, that if you're still thinking, or if you're struggling, just keep at it. You can do it. I promise. So, that's it for me this week. Like I said, just wanted to share that information, and I appreciate if you've made it through this far, because I know there are some people that as soon as I say slice of life, they go, click, I'm done. And I get it. I totally get it. It's not for everyone. Not everyone wants to hear about it. But I appreciate those of you who do. So, I am Jenna, also known as RetroLemon, on Ravelry, Plurk, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. I gotta start pinning again. RetroLemon on Fitbit and Weight Watchers as well. So, until next week, I will see you then. Bye.